I'm back. Okay, guys, moving on to number 6. Yeah, just number 6. So it looks like 4 parts to this video. Well, let's hope not. Okay, anyway, so my next favorite item. Once again, I'm going to group 2 things because they're like cousins, sisters. They belong together. And I didn't drag this out to show you. You know what this looks like. Cricut expression and my gypsy. Now, once again, that's 2 items that I only purchased. The gypsy in the past year, and the Cricut or the expression I bought maybe either last January or right around the holidays. Listen, let me tell you something. I had the first Cricut that ever came out up until that point. And here's what I would tell myself. Why do you need an expression? I never ever have regretted buying my Cricut expression. My gypsy, oh my gosh, when I saw the debut of the gypsy on HSN, Shopping Network on TV, I was like, oh my gosh, why do you need that? And I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited to buy mine, and I only bought it because I thought, oh, I'll return it. I'll give it a try, but I probably am not going to need it. And it was like on 4-5 flex pay on the Home Shopping Network, and I did an impulse buy, and thank you that I did, because I love my gypsy. If you really love your Cricut, get a gypsy. And let me give hsn.com a little plug here. Listen, guys, we are trying to get rid of all of our credit cards. We're trying to pay stuff down, not just because the economy is bad and they're upping the interest rates, which I hate interest, and shipping charges, but, you got to pay it. Anyway, we're trying to pay these things off. We're not spring chickens around here. We don't want to work until 82, which that's what it's looking like right now. We're trying to pay things off. So we're trying to get rid of the credit cards, and HSN will let you do flex pays on your credit card, and they don't charge you any interest. So it means, like, if they have a sale on something, it's $100 and no shipping. That means and they say you get 4 flex pays, you pay it off $25 a month for the next 4 months. No interest. They don't put it on your card until it's time for you to pay. I love it. And I love you, HSN. Okay. My eighth favorite thing is, what else? Designer papers. Okay. Now, you wouldn't believe this, but just a few short months ago, like back at the beginning of this year, of 2011, not this year, but this time last year, do you know, I just didn't buy designer papers. I very, very seldom bought my paper online. No. I would buy it at Joann or Michael's, and I did paper stacks. I didn't think there was any difference between those paper pads and designer paper. How did I live without designer paper? And it's all because of YouTube that I have this new love of designer papers. And this time last year, my paper stash consisted of Die Cuts with a View, K & Company, and every now and then the Paper Studio, My Mind's Eye. I just didn't buy very many individual designer papers. Now, who doesn't love that, huh? I would have to say that October Afternoon is probably number 1. Sassafras Lass is 2, which is going out of business, or so I've heard. Echo Park, Crate Paper, Simple Stories. I love Simple Stories. pink paisley. And you know why I say pink paisley? My all-time favorite collection was Hometown Summer, and that was put out by Pink Paisley. Now lately, I've had very much a draw to Kaisercraft. I mean, did they always do such a good job and I didn't notice? Or are they a sleeper? I don't know. My buddy Mel, Hearts 1217, did a video a couple weeks ago, and it said, she said how her taste was changing, and mine is too. It's amazing. I mean, and you'll see, I've got a layout share to do later today. I hope I can get it recorded and up for you. But my taste is definitely changing. And you know what that means? I better go shopping. Okay, number 9. This is something I've just got into this year. I'm so glad I did. I do have a few complaints with the D-ring binders, but number 9 is... Whoa! Okay, that was a Christmas tragedy right there. But let me pick you up for this. I'm loving the D-ring binders. Oh, they got it covered up. Sorry, guys, I don't have an open one out here, but you guys pretty much know what a D-ring binder is. I've always used post-bound. There's what in case you don't know what a D-ring binder is. I always used the post-bound albums, and I found it more... What's the word I'm looking for? With the post-bound albums, you really have to think about the order you're putting your pages in. And I do theme albums, so I like things to be in order. Like if I'm doing pictures of the pool, I like to do my pictures where you're dry, and then you're getting into the pool, and then you're wet. Iconic mannerisms. Now that I use D-ring binders, I can get my things into page protectors and into the album and worry about the order that they go in later. You can always find these on sale at Joann.com, which you know how I feel about Joann. Shop there cautiously if you're going online. For $15 and under. And you can add, they come with 10 page protectors, but you can always pick up more page protectors and put in there. And they're usually under $3 for 10 on sale. So, number 9 is D-ring binders. Number 10, my stitch stamps. This is by SP and Company. Daringly Delightful Stamps by Samantha Payton. Oh, and listen to this. I'm such the celebrity host, but Samantha actually, is it Payton? Yes. Samantha Payton designed these. Samantha actually saw one of my videos and left me a nice little comment because I was going on about how I love these stamps. And I really do. I loved them before she left a comment, and I love them now. I've had a lot of different faux stamp products, from rub-ons to like these little tape dispensers that it's like an adhesive tape dispenser, but you run it across the page and it looks like a stitch, but it didn't look like a stitch. Parts of it did, the parts that worked, but those other parts that were hanging off did not look like a stitch at all. So anyway, I found these by way of Tenny, who is actually Santoso NY10 or Santoso 10NY, and her page looks so good, I had to run out and get some. Well, I didn't run out, I ordered online, but this is my all-time favorite stamp for stitching, and actually one of my biggest go-to stamps. I use this more than anything. Okay, let's try to squeeze number 11 in here since it'll be a quick one. This one I can thank Patty, who is Colored Sprinkle Girl here on YouTube. And guess what it is? Acrylic paint. Funny thing is I've been buying acrylic paint for the past 5 years since I started to scrapbook. I was always afraid to use it, or I just didn't know how to use it. And in like August, September, October, no, it was August or September, maybe even July, who cares? Patty and I did a challenge, and she said I had to splatter paint on my layout. Well, truth be told, I wanted to change my channel name and go incognito and never be found again because I was freaking out about putting the paint on my layouts. I mean, like, I could have burned a whole sheet of paper, but I did it, and I love it, and I use it more and more. I think the better I get in scrapbooking, the key to getting better is coloring outside the lines, not being afraid to do something because you'll waste the paper. I think that really, I know it sounds a little crazy. There's 2 things that have made me get better with my scrapbooking. You guys watching other tutorials and techniques and being able to ask the people, how'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I mean, I watch Scrapbook Memories and that, and Sandy Genevieve's DIY, but I certainly could not call them up and say, hey Beth, why'd you all do this? Or how did you do it? With you guys, you leave a comment and you guys usually answer, and I appreciate that. So I think that's one reason my skills have improved. And secondly, it's because I've learned to take a chance. What is the worst that's going to happen here? I have to throw that sheet of paper or that product or that whatever away. Now, are you going to come back for part 3? I'll tell you, I don't blame you if you didn't, but I hope you do. Be back in a minute. Part 3, guys.